It's already begun. There's no waiting around here.
Don't need no music in here.
Nah, we don't need any of it. We're keeping it old school. And that's what OG are hoping to do as well with an upper push into this A bomb site. Woxic will shut down the first man in. It's his old mate Issa on the receiving end. 3-on-3. As Frozen's help keep this even. Rops will extend it even further, but no, back into the 2-on-2 courtesy of Mr. MBK.
Oh, the flash, and he finds a kill as it pops. You know, of course, he won't want the ult touch either. You know, why would you want your best weapons changed, Trace? They work wonders in the server for him. Oof, talking of which.
And Woxic hasn't even been tagged yet. Now he goes up towards Heaven, and Issa is homed in on his position. Rops' Deagle drops one before the trade comes in. Mouse, I love how they've played this, right? They fight all the way to heaven and hell, and then they just give it up. They just give this area to OG, content with the amount of damage they've done. There's still this nade stack on Chris J and Frozen. That could be the thing that mops this round up, but as they flood out from the heavens, 7 seconds left. This bomb has got to go down.
Ooh.
And there's the nade from Chris J to steal it all away. Those nades do come in clutch from mousesports.
Definitely let him know that you're appreciating his work. Nuke isn't fun as an observer, but it certainly is for us as the frags are coming in fast for OG. They're all over the A site. They've swapped positions with that of mousesports, and a bomb plant will be allowed. Vent rotate is not a safe one, but it's all mousesports having this round to get back into the site.
Ooh, that's a critical fight won by Frozen. Now it is immediately traded, and that's going to make it hard for Rops to find anything here over in heaven. Woxic, he was kind of waiting around, you know, like hoping the other two are able to make some magic happen, and with that not coming in, he's just going to try and hold on to the orb.
We will not.
Yeah, imagine. That'd be fun. Let's see though, Alexa B, has done a lot of damage. Frozen. Oh, I thought he was dead meat. And actually, somehow, some way, Woxic has bailed him out. The round's over. mousesports got it. They keep everyone alive.
Is waiting patiently by the spawn, looking for this cross. Alexi checks it. What a heads-up play from the in-game leader of OG. The flash to lower does nothing, and Woxic is ready, just about avoids it. Smoke out ramp now. OG making their play. They've lost one side of this split, so they've got to commit. And Robs, this is such a good play. He's biding his time, and he's waiting for the right time to strike.
Oh, and he decides the time is night, but Valda able to put up the trade. Does get brought down somewhat low. The bomb's been retrieved, and Issa dispatching of Chris J, looking for a little bit more. The Org of Woxic will deliver one, and this now leaves Carrigan in a 1v2. They drop down from heaven. Valda's going to set up here by the CT vent, and he'll solidify that round. A hat trick from Valda here to put 3 on the board for OG.
mousesports, a real roster to contend with the best. Woxic taking his up towards Mini, going for the wall bang, but no kills here. Frozen with a Molotov outside to delay this push from OG, but they're still going to move past it, jumping over the flames. That will get spotted. Frozen finds 2. Oh dear, the last bullet getting the headshot on Issa. You hate to see it for OG. They're getting absolutely slaughtered outside right now. 3 kills for Frozen and no response yet.
Yeah, when teams find themselves in that sort of weird predicament, it doesn't get any easier.
Outside smokes go in, but already playing around them is Frozen. That molly keeps him out in the open for a little bit longer than he would have liked. He's trying to play around with this wall of smokes, drops that molly. And now they've either got to go through or go down, and somehow Frozen is still alive. Finally, they deal with him, and he's not really able to get much done. That whole round seemed like it kind of got messed up when that molly went in.
I think that was his teammate's molly.
Yeah, I think it was as well, because he only took like 30 damage in the 12 years he stood in it for. If he tries to take any of these fights, then he runs the risk of going down.
Look how low he is, too, on 15 HP. They know he was there. Finally, he's able to get a shot out, but that damage has already been done from this AK. Alexi B with 3 kills, and this has gone horribly wrong for the side of mousesports.
Trace, the questions are flying through in
are they?
mailbag, so maybe you could pick some of the special ones out for
We can do that.
tech pauses for later on. Mantu, he gets across towards Secret. OG heavy control. They know they're versus pistols, but there are still some rifles in play, and Rops will show them the hard way, taking down Alexi B, taking down the in-game leader for OG. Smoke towards Hell denies his vision outside, and OG will just commit down lower. Still with a lurk in the form of MBK. Chris is about to spot all these T's coming through the hallway. Frozen pushed back by the Molotov leaves Chris and Carrigan with a bit of a Chris crossfire. These USPs. Not the best guns as Chris is taken down, but a dink onto Issa and Carrigan going to run for the hills. Definitely the right play. Stalling this out, wasting OG's time and forcing them to commit to the site. Valde will with that kill, but the flank is in. They don't expect a third player in position. And Frozen, he could end this entire round. There's a kill on Mantu. The bomb getting planted. He doesn't see it, but he does see Issa on the edge of the smoke with 2. Bomb in the site and another man to deal with. There's still that lurk coming down the vents, but MBK isn't going to be able to cut off any rotations with these 2 CTs coming from ramp.
Oh, Frozen actually able to win that out. And in the meantime, Rops has dealt with Valde. This whole round falls apart. mousesports going to get the 8th on the board. The normal boys down towards outside. And that has got the attention of Frozen. A lot of utility's gone out to ward off any potential smoke plays. Now, what we sometimes see teams do is in response to these smokes, they'll try and push up. They try and get the information to see if it's just a ruse. Now, mousesports haven't been able to do that. And so as a result, Chris J has had to take up position down on the B site. And that subsequently leaves these upper positions a bit more ripe for the taking. But to take them, you've got to get past Rops, and he's got a thing or two to say about it. Specifically, 2 things to say before he's traded by Mantu. Still a 2-on-4. Valde does deliver. Ooh, I almost said a couple of kills, but somehow, some way, Frozen has stayed alive on 1 point of health. Mantu now is the only man remaining. Bomb on his back, AK in hand as he swaps out the AWP. They might have been screwed here by that decision to smoke off outside and force that rotation. It was meant to work in their favor and weaken the map elsewhere. But that's not the case. Chris J's been waiting for a B play all round long.
And here comes the upside
rush. Yeah, mini smoke here from Alexi. Look at this. This has got real squeaky. It's going to be that of Carrigan trying to find something with the AUG, and that doesn't go well for him. Still, the bomb gets planted in the upper site.
A man's dropped down though. Woxic fell into this site and could disrupt everything. He spots that there's no one here, and they don't know that he's inside of the site. That was never spotted. He's looking at that M4, and he's tempted. Issa. Oh, no. Dear. Oh, no. Oh, it's all gone wrong. OG, they're going to get that 6th round on the board.
But the pistol, Trace, that's the one that makes a difference. That's the one that makes the money heading into this second half as OG flipped to the CT side. mousesports going to deal with them what they were dealt themselves. A fast A rush. Issa on the site looking to start as he needs to go on, but he'll fall immediately. Alexia with 1, but the trades are in. mousesports favored as the bomb gets planted. It's going to be a retake here with 3. No kit either.
Yeah, this is going to have to happen a little bit quicker probably than they would like, especially with MBK walking into the crosshairs of Carrigan. He's going to just go ahead and falter what they had going on there. And it's Mantu ringing out from heaven. 2-on-3. Really good shot from Frozen. He is really feeling himself today. Perks and care packages.
Kill streaks.
You hot drop into the map. You have to scavenge for your weapons and armor.
Let's make it like Danger Zone or a Battle Royale. You parachute in. You don't start in T-spawn. You spawn on the A site.
Well,
speaking of starting in this round.
Yeah, that's basically what mousesports have done. They've hot dropped into the A bomb site, parachutes in full force, and they find themselves now in the front lines of OG. OG have already backed out of the round, and with that kill onto MBK, this save becomes even more assured. mousesports, this will be a 13th loaded in the chamber, ready to go.
Desperation rotation. Double players down on B. They don't know how many men are there for mousesports, and so it is the right call. Mantu pushed back by the Molotov. Moves before it lands at least. He won't take any damage, but he will concede that position and has to start to consider alternative options. This isn't a B play. mousesports want to take A. Carrigan's come back up the secret, and they've got ramp control as well. This is a perfect split from Mouse. If Chris can get into position to take Heaven, then things just get better and better. Mantu turning around, and he might miss the timing to Chris, who has found himself towards Hell. He goes through the open windows, and this should be a free kill for Chris J. As soon as he finds Mantu, but that's a great shot, saving his own life and keeping OG in this round.
We'll start to see Mantu moving around. The footsteps now heard, and OG realize it's a B-side plant. I like this from Alexa B. He doesn't actually try and deny the plant, doesn't really give it a look in. Once he hears they're already in the site, he's just going to wait for the rest of his team. And there's the wall bang. Rops gets shut down. Frozen and Woxic left in what is now a 2-on-3, thanks to Frozen. Still trying to hold down this back line, but with 2 players coming his way, he's got to do a lot. And it's actually Mansu to move on to a 3rd kill in this round. Time is the enemy of OG now. They've got a smoke for the bomb. Mansu can help out in that regard. Woxic has got to do it all, and he takes them off the bomb. It's going to be close, but I think they've got it. And they've got this. 7 rounds on the board for OG, just about. That player did just go down past him. That was Alexa. Robs is very, very low, and Mansu continuing this tear. Since bringing the AWP out on the CT side, it feels like we've seen him get multi-kills in every one of these rounds, bar that first, where obviously he saved the AWP. Since then, everything's come up Mansu, and this round comes up OG.
Some of that potential getting hurt by MBK. Rob's finding the advantage, though, taking down Valde from the ramp. They're in the lobby, and OG, nice quick kill from Alexa, and he ducks out of that position. OG have good info, they have good map control, they should know where things are going, but that's a great look from Karrigan, finding MBK in the garage. It's all over the place right now.
Oh my word. Karrigan is taking this round by storm, but is it going to be enough? Mansu dropping the bomb, and now it's at his feet. This B site has been Mansu's playground, and he's looking for another missed shot onto Frozen, and that's a huge kill to have conceded. Issa not able to pick up the pieces. mousesports, they'll get that 14th on the board. Oh, not anymore. Uh-oh. Timing's everything here. Is MBK, here's the smokes coming out. He peeks ahead of it and does catch Frozen. I like that from MBK. You know, you just stop them while you know they're setting up these smokes to try and go outside. MBK now still a problem, still a nuisance, and still laying down the pain. Able to lay waste to yet another man here.
And he's still here. He's still not ducked down secret. Finally, we'll take that option, the safe route down below, keeping the advantage in heavy favor of OG. mousesports might just hit A out of desperation. That's when you know things aren't going well. They're going to get wrecked. Alexi's ready. Oh, great shot from Chris, but Alexi being above the hut, we know how good this position is. And Alexi again providing. He swaps sides, and he drops down in their face as well. Mantu steals away the last kill, but is still around for OG. Just a bit too much to ask for. And also, you know, no one's messing around with that gun in pro play. You know, when you have an AK, you know what you're doing, you know how to use it. And there you go. That's what the AK can do. Can't do that with a Negev.
Have you tried?
I guess not. I guess you're right after all.
And there it is. All the logic has been broken down, at least in this matchup. It's just 3 members alive for OG, trying to keep mousesports from finding at least map point here in this series. And you hear the glass breaking in lower sight.
Yeah, no more than one. Chris J was on the roof. Valde, what a ballsy play to flank outside. Does meet a player there, but only one and done. And now mousesports in a 3-on-2.
Oh. OG, they may as well give this a go, right? It's the last round of regulation in the next regardless, and they can do damage to mousesports' money, whereas that's not true the other way around. And now it all comes down to this. For OG, that entire comeback, all those rounds you put together are meaningless if you don't get this round here and now.
And even then, that's when it just starts over. The round timers tick back to the start and we play OT. MBK watching the cross. Minute on the clock here for mousesports to make that magic happen. That's a big kill. Karrigan comes in, finds a timing. Frozen gets a pick in the meantime on the A site. Mansu is the only man here. Oh, he lines up a shot. So much damage and so little kills, so little time as they get closer and closer. The grenade hides his view. He can't see a thing. It's just Valde. He's gone. Frozen absolutely shuts him down on the A site with 3 kills. And it's going to be mousesports finding the victory, 16-14. It's OG's map pick in the series.
Looks like a quick inner rush. Fast and furious pace. Watch out.
Yeah, Valde's waiting passive. No one inside of the site for OG. And, well, not for long either. Because, oh my, Rops is tip-tapping these T's back. mousesports in a 5-on-3 with a post-plant. They get aggressive, and I don't blame them. All over this site, OG are going to have to work through wave after wave of T if they want to get on this defuse. Oh, Rops missed shots. Eventually gets punished. The flank is in, though. Chris J's wrapping the back of the oil train, and he's going to finish off the job.
But these strats, I don't know, man, they very much hinge on getting these B kills. If they don't present themselves, then this round should be out the window. And Karrigan, dealing with the first man, now prompting the rotation. He's left to hold on to upper, and this leaves Rops alone. down in the site to try and retrieve that bomb. Rops gets AWP'd, and now suddenly Carrigan is to come running back to try and salvage this round in a 1v3, and it's MBK who's pushed close that should solidify this one. So, you know, you weren't cutting off the rotations, you were actually having to fight your way back into a site that already belonged to you.
Oh, that's a big pick, though. We were waiting for the man, the myth, the legend, Woxic to perform. It's going to be mousesports still sitting towards main. Alexa flashing his teammate towards that position, and he does manage to blind the players inside, but mousesports have more of that. Rops is going to run out of the pop dog instead with 2 kills. MBK flashed out. Nice recovery on the spray, but it's only temporary. Frozen's coming on the flank on Ivy, and no one was watching it for OG. They didn't have the numbers inside of the site, and they won't have a chance to fight.
Woxic over here in main, spots a man on the ladder. Mansu clearing the upper B halls actually allows for an early rotation of Valdet around towards this A site, and that might be needed. Alexa B goes toe-to-toe with Carrigan. It does come out on top. A bit of damage exchange there through the smoke, but nothing to write home about. Smoke's continuing to pour into this site for the mousesports side. Mansu leaving the upper tunnels at B, beginning his rotation around towards the A site, and that nade is good. Alexa B going to follow up on the back of it. He's continuing to put up numbers, and he's turned this one in the advantage of OG. Frozen now arriving, gets blindsided. Alexa B onto a third. Woxic in the 1v2 now, as he does get that late trade.
You can't count him out of this one. Low health, down to 50. But he's crossed to the site. He's jumped across the trains, and Valdi's just going to swing.
Woxic going to take his chances here on an Ivy peak. He's going to be posted up. His teammates are going to try to maneuver just past him and push up. Try their luck here. It's going to be MBK, the closest one. Well, he should be the closest one to respond. And the smoke coming there from the brown halls from the side of Rops will give them the cover of Veil that they need. Just maybe not, though.
It's messy. Kills a kill. MBK will double it. So man snuck underneath him in the smoke. MBK doesn't realize, oh, he's missed the timing. Chris does catch that kill. Nice trade from Chris. Very risky. He had the bomb. That could have been the round done if he loses it. But instead, he's given mousesports an opportunity a way back into this round. Alexa B watching towards main. The Robs is coming from that position. He's going to clear it close. This could be dangerous. Alexa B's turn round. The timing is good for Robs, who will get out and about. There's a man in the pop as well. 20 seconds, though, and they haven't cleared out anyone on the site.
Oh, Carrigan holding the line. OG had a real dominion over this A site still with 15 seconds left, but now it's slipped away from them. Are they ready for the re-peak from Pop Dog? Rops was not. Valdet gets that kill, leaves us in a 2-on-2. Carrigan with the AWP, his time to shine, and a second kill in this round now leaves all the pressure on Mansu over here in the connector. That bomb is planted for Mouse. Look at Carrigan go. He's on an adventure, man. He's exploring the rest of the map, running all the way through Ivy and wrapping into main. Mansu not ready for Chris J, holding close.
Maybe Harry. Harry, raise the roof.
I don't think I can just do that on request, Trace. It takes a whole team to raise roofs. Oh my word, Carrigan. Okay, yeah, there we go. They do catch wind to him trying to go deep in the A site once more. It looked like he caught a timing.
Is that Alexa B storms out of ladder room. Should be not too long from now. Yes, it comes through the connector, and well, he gets himself too, and Woxic and Frozen. So
mousesports have at least been held back temporarily. This smoke in main. Carrigan gonna push the limits here out in the yard, but Mansu is quick on the trigger with the AWP. Keeps the advantage for OG. Oh.
Yeah, the nades rain down death onto Woxic. Alexa B has been such a nuisance over here, both the E-box and the Pop Dog. That's a kill that could have gone with going the way of Mowers. And now MBK emerging from within a smoke leaves Frozen all alone in an impossible 1v5. MBK homed in down here towards Ivy. Frozen trying to navigate this corner, but MBK wins it in the long run. 6-8 now, and a chance at a 7-8 half.
Moment of truth for mousesports, relying on just one gun to get it all done. It's Rops on the AK. Limited utility, but they're going out now in the yard. Miss spray. Oh dear, that could be everything. Alexi B is fallen in. The trade is found by MBK, killing Carrigan in the meantime, but it's still going to be this fast out of him. The smoke's fading. MBK on the chopping block, chopped off as Frozen finds another headshot onto Issa. This is falling apart for OG, and they can't afford to be. It's a 2-on-2. Valde holding strong on the site, spraying the smoke. Woxic gets a trade, and he can run inner. He doesn't get the gun off the body of Valde. That could be a problem later, but right now, just worrying about the here and now, getting that plant, getting that guarantee.
Deagle in hand, he's going to post himself up towards the back of the train yard, and as we turn the X-ray off, Mantu is going to slide on out, take down Woxic, and it's going to give it a sudden end to this half of play.
They're going to move over here towards B in the pistol, running on in, looking to keep a fast and ferocious pace. But let's see, can anyone shoot them in the face? Rops with 2, now trying to maneuver, and he's getting pressured from both ramp and upper. That will be his demise. Bomb now planted in a 3-on-3. Still unclear as to which way this one's going to go.
Carrigan's up close. He's got the kit smoke. They don't have a molly for the post plant. They're looking to win their fights, and there's a P250 sitting on the site. Valde waits with that in his arms. Frozen gets dinked. Carrigan gets spotted, and the info's here for OG. They should be able to push the perimeters now, jumping and shooting his Mantu. Woxic on a big flank, but nothing to find. Surely in this round does get a bit of a tap, but Mantu with 4 kills. mousesports trying to stall out this round as long as they can with the limited utility they have.
Yeah, that resmoke could prove to be pretty pivotal. Ooh. And so could that. Alexi B, all that time spent on top of the ladder, and he ends up falling down.
Oh my, how did Carrigan just survive that? How did he survive? He's still going on the back of the spray. Ooh. Frozen does get mopped up by MBK, but the Deagle of Carrigan and Chris J. Ooh, and Rops, everyone's getting a Deagle. Oh, interesting to note, no Molotovs into main early. They actually throw it late, and this has allowed Valde to slip on through. They must be aware that someone could have caught a timing, and Valde certainly has. MBK's even gone out as well, pushing through these smokes. Mantu wins a fight onto Woxic. This round could get out of hand very, very quickly because OG are already overrunning this site due to that late utility that comes on in. It's only Rops left in the blink of an eye to try and turn heads in this round. 3 players still to find, and he is surrounded. OG are going to get a 9th on the board.
They're going to speed it up this time, go right back towards inner with only 1 man here. Rops is going to have to provide a bit of a spray down. There's the first. He's so good in this position. Rops is such an anchor on this B site with 4, shutting it down, looking for the ace. The leg is in for Chris, and Rops will finish the job. It's an ace and a 12th round for mousesports.
And you know, everyone knows that all the studs are 16-inch apart in a
16-inch?
Yeah. Oh, Rops with the ramp aggression. And this is not a man caring about keeping his distance. Oh, he's in with another. Valde does get the trade at the very, very least. E-site still belongs to Mouse in a very big way. And now they sit 4-on-3 up. Pop Dog control's been taken out there. Snuck out past Frozen. Not entirely sure how he was able to get so deep without Frozen realizing. And Chris J, now this...
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. Hang on a minute. He's going to go back. He's looking. But Valde wrapping the corner. Now this A play could come through.
Oh, no.
It's a bit of a weird round. They're kind of all over the place. Now, Carrigan should get blindsided by Valde on this push.
Oh, my.
He will not be ready for this in any capacity of the word. So Carrigan gets shut down. But they also don't know that Chris J is here. This is a very weird round of Counter-Strike. However, Alexa B's angle with the bomb planted for oil should be Chris J's death warrant signed, sealed, but not quite delivered yet. It's lost in customs. Chris J, smoke down on the bomb, taps it, sticks it, one step further. Alexa B's gonna get him off the bomb, but it gets damn close. OG, they reach double digits, 10-13 now.
Coming from up with the smoke down as well. Rob's got to pick his targets nicely. Chris is out and about. Rob spraying with 2. That's massive, more than you can ask for, but is it enough? Because MBK's double back with a Krieg. Deep Molotov from OG. They got control of the site. mousesports have to play retake.
They certainly do, and they even have to backtrack all the way through spawn. What a maneuver by Woxic to find the kill on Valde. Now he's going to trade it out, picking up that AK. The retake is on. 3v2. MBK and Alexi B make it just Alexi B himself. Sexy B trying to hold it down here inside the site. It's just going to be mousesports to really do clean it up, make it look neat at the end.
Is if he can get 2, it should be a round win for mousesports. That's kind of how you look at it, right? If he's able to get himself a man advantage, trade more than evenly, then he's doing a great job. And so it's a very important role to play. In this round, the fast A play from OG gets torn apart. Mansu, while he does offer up 1 kill, that is the only thing that's gone in favor of OG. Wrapping around from behind. Whoa, well, yeah, didn't even actually register that Mansu just got dropped there. Issa, the last man left standing in a 1v3. Bomb on his back. But mousesports know where this man lies. Oh, they don't want to throw it away, though. And so Chris Chase has got to fall back and play this passive angle.
Even that jump is risky because you know what the Krieg's going to do. It's going to one-tap you if you give it a go. Whisk can drop Pop, so he knows he's got a one-on-one down on here, but he doesn't know where Rops sits. Great read, but not the shot behind it. Rops will close that round.
Over here in the EU region, all we do have is Fnatic, Na'Vi, Mauser, G, Astralis, and FaZe. That's who we have left within stage 2 of the EU side of things. So,
Big boys.
Yeah, the heavy hitters.
Oh, it's a bit of an awkward exchange as the flashes are good for either side. Oh, Issa was about to get that, but he gets bailed out. And now it's only Mansu left. 1v4, and mousesports, they might have done it to them. They might have got revenge for that matchup on the opening day. mousesports take it in a 2-0 fashion.